Yes, I promise you there'll be some pace. I think there's 2 or 3 horses who like to make it.
Better had be.
Swinkham Flame, one of those keen to go, and they're off and racing for this OLBG Mares Hurdle. Could history be in the making here? Quevega settling in the middle of the field as they go towards the first flight. Swinkham Flame touchdown in front from Epée Celeste on the outside, with Miss Milbourne prominent as well on the inside there in the check sleeves. Tracking them is Caffey as they cross the second flight. Shop DJ is in third, with Un Artiste on the rail, the green jacket. Lady Kathleen's yellow cap on the outside of Corto Shiny. Then Shadow Ella in the lime green with the black cross belts. She ranks me the grey mare on the inside of Serene Dene, the French raider. And then comes Quevega in the rear third of the field, the red jacket with the blue sleeves for Ruby Walsh, as they head on down the hill. A longish run before they get towards the next flight of hurdles. And this leader, Epée Celeste, has gone off quite strongly here. Leads by about 8 lengths. Swinkham Flame in second, from Caffey in third. Then comes Miss Milbourne, tracking Shop DJ in the sheepskin noseband with the orange cap as they go over the third flight. Mistake by Serene Dene on the outside, the French mare, who's being trapped there by Cloudy Spirit. Swing Bowler is held up towards the rear just behind Quevega, who in turn then is followed on the inside there as they continue between hurdles by She Ranks Me. She Ranks Me on the inside is got 3 or 4 behind her, and they include Alazi, who's in the blue jacket with the grey stripe, and May's Choice is held up towards the rear, the orange and green chevrons, with Kenford Grey Lady and Prima Porter, who's just about last of all on the inside. So Epée Celeste leads them up towards the next flight, towards the 4th here. Leads by about half a length to Swinkham Flame. Caffey, sheepskin noseband, just third from Miss Milbourne. Mistake there by Shop DJ. Bad mistake at the back, and a fall of May's Choice, unseated rider. Bad mistake, Paul Carberry had absolutely no chance. She's carrying on riderless as they head up towards the top of the hill. Epée Celeste, the rank outsider here, leading Swinkham Flame with Caffey and Miss Milbourne. Lady Kathleen is racing in 5th. Followed by Un Artiste, who's not too far behind them, tracked there by Shadow Ella, Shop DJ, and then Serene Dene. Swing Bowler, Cordo Shiny next. Quevega hugging the rail is alongside Cloudy Spirit. She ranks me behind that one. Stone Light, Alazi, and then Prima Porter and Kentford Grey Lady held up as usual at the back of the field, with Prima Porter disputing last place. Down the hill they go towards the 5th flight of hurdles, and as they cross that, they all jumped it okay. Swinkham Flame drawing alongside Epée Celeste, with Serene Dene getting much closer now, and the orange colours on the outside of Lady Kathleen. Caffey's still there, so too is Miss Milbourne. Just behind them still is Un Artiste in the green jacket. Swing Bowler getting a little bit closer now in the colours of David Johnson. Likewise on the outside, the pink colours of Cloudy Spirit as they take that next flight, where Un Artiste got in a little bit tight there, and ridden along Epée Celeste could cause a few problems for the jockeys behind her as she drops away through the field now. Quevega at this stage is still got about, half a dozen or so behind her, but is only about 6 lengths or so off the pace being set by Swinkham Flame as they head up towards the 7th flight over on the far side. Serene Dene over it in 2nd place. Un Artiste now goes 3rd. Miss Milbourne, Shop DJ, Shadow Ella, Cordo Shiny, Lady Kathleen dropping away. And then on the inside, then trying to make a bit of a move, but running into trouble is She Ranks Me, the grey mare. Quevega is keeping out of trouble towards the rear under confident looking Ruby. Kentford Grey Lady making a forward move. Alazi trying to come from off the pace. Swing Bowler, having hit a bit of a flat spot, is now being pushed along, trying to make up some progress. They're heading down the hill towards the 3rd last here in the OLBG Mares Hurdle, and it's the French raider Serene Dene who's out in front narrowly from Swinkham Flame. In 3rd place now, Un Artiste. Quevega just being asked to just close down these leaders, now moves up into 8th place. Cordo Shiny being pushed along. Serene Dene is 3 lengths clear as they come down towards the 2nd last, but Shadow Ella is now closing with Swinkham Flame coming back with Kentford Grey Lady on the outside, and Quevega's in trouble here. She'll need to pick up quickly. She's not picked up these leaders yet as they turn towards the home straight. Serene Dene, Shadow Ella in 2nd, followed by Swinkham Flame, Un Artiste, Kentford Grey Lady. Quevega goes into ridden along 6th place, but she does stay on up the hill, coming towards the final flight here. Serene Dene from Shadow Ella. Quevega is battling, now goes 4th. Here's the final flight here. Serene Dene over 2 lengths clear. Quevega now moves into 2nd. Can she do it? Quevega digging deep for Ruby Walsh. Serendine, and she's going to do a golden miller. Quevega's come through, and she's going to win a 5th Mares Hurdle. Quevega beats Serendine. Swinken Flame 3rd, Shadow Ella and Cordo Shiny tight for 4th, followed by Prima Border and Kenford Grey Lady next.
She wasn't beaten. She wasn't. She looked it, but she wasn't. She's won 5 David Nicholson Mares Hurdles, sponsored by OLBG. 8 to 11 favourite. Ruby Walsh and Willie Mullins, numerically equaling Golden Miller's record of the 1930s. He won 5 successive Gold Cups at a slightly lesser level. She has won 5 Mares Hurdles, albeit in the modern era, and she is magnificent. She looked beaten, and it looked like Serendine for Emmanuel Cléa and Jonathan Plouguenot had won, but they were just caught in the shadow of the post. What a marvellous run from that French raider, and thoroughly justifying their bold decision to take this mare on. In 3rd, it was Swinken Flame, who's run really well for Daryl Jacob and Nick Williams, and in 4th, who showed up boldly until the final hill, it was Shadow Ella. But the winner is Quevega. She remains imperious, albeit, Jonathan, she won it in a little less imperiously than she has done in the past.
She did, and writing did look on the wall 2 out, but he's nothing if not patient, Ruby Walsh. And I mean, they did go hard, and I think he just felt he had to wait and hope, and he waited and hoped, and he was rewarded again for his patience. And she picked up in really grand style coming to the last, and well, it's fantastic. I think it knocks on the head the sort of should have gone for the world hurdle, really. I mean, this is her race, and she probably hasn't been right at her best today.
Yeah, I take your point. I mean, she's 9 years of age now. Exactly. She might have gone for the world hurdle at some point.
Yeah, but once she started winning this, there was never any question of it, was there? You don't go for races that you might win if you've got one that you can definitely win.
It's been a shame, though. It's been a detriment to the clash between potentially Big Bucks and Quevega. But let's not talk about that now, because the moment is Quevega's, and she's done extremely well to reel in Serendine.
And there's a significant incident that Ruby's reported for. He thinks he either trod on something or stumbled or something before 2 out. Where he loses his pitch. So there may be another reason why she got behind. We'll have to see in the replay, but certainly sort of lost footing slightly for whatever the reason. So she's done well to win, because the form as it stands isn't as good as her previous form. She had a lot in hand of a lot of these. We know plenty about Swinken Flame. Admirable also she is, to suggest that Quevega at her best is a considerable margin in front. So for whatever reason, whether it's age or whether things didn't quite work out ideally, we'll have to see in the replay. Either way, in the way that champions do, she's overcome it and she's won.
Yeah, she's found a way to win. That's the thing that's remarkable about her. Remarkable, this talent. Remarkable, Willie Mullins bringing her back year on year with this very careful preparation, sparing preparation. That is a fantastic training performance, and he's got 3 on the board the first day in 2013. Remarkable stuff.
It's stating the obvious, but Willie Mullins is at the absolute top of his tree, and you say that where does the champion hurdler fit with other champion hurdlers? Willie Mullins is one of the great trainers. He's winning the Irish title by a mile. His strike rate is more than 1 in 3 in Ireland this year. Phenomenal, and it's quite useful to have Ruby Walsh on board.
It has proved to be quite useful in the past. I mean, in many ways, I found last season's festival from Willie Mullins impressive. So many of his horses not running well. Still came home with winners.
Exactly, he had 2. I mean, genuinely, he's had 3, and obviously it stops now. It's been a fantastic meeting. But he's so strong in the novice department, you'd be surprised if this is his last win.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy. Willie Mullins graces us.
And Willie Mullins is with me again. This is just turning out to be one extraordinary day, Willie.
It is, but I think I might have said to you earlier, we thought we had the team in great order coming over. This time last year, we weren't as happy coming, even though we had probably lots of fancied horses. The horses weren't as strong, they weren't doing... We were afraid even to work them at home, because I just felt they were a little bit dead in themselves at the end of February, early March. Whereas this year, they were jumping, they're coming out through the front of the bridle, and we're much happier, and I'm delighted just to see I'm looking at the team. I think we're very happy. Everything is going well at home. I think we're either going to have a super week or maybe a big blowout, but it started off very well anyway.
It started off as a super week, and this is a remarkable mare.
She's a fantastic, precious mare. She's just so good. You know, she just changes gear when she wants to. Ruby rode her with a lot of confidence. The French mare, I think, but I don't know whether she was second or third.
Yeah, she was second.
Yeah, she ran a cracker now, nearly stole it from the front. And I'd say Ruby had in his head that for mares that were probably going too fast and that they would come back. So she was just, she's very good. She's precious. Yeah.
Congratulations again, Willie.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous day. Willie.
37-27. Those numbers. Ruby Walsh's 37th festival success. Willie Mullins, the remarkable Willie Mullins, 27th festival success, and another number that counts, 5 World Mares Hurdles for Quevega. And let's take a look at these significant points. I think that the incident we're talking about has already happened at that point, so we need to have a look at what happened prior to the second last and whether that was responsible for Quevega bravely getting home ahead of Cyrene Danet, or whether it was just a lesser performance from her, still in victory compared to the dizzy heights of some of what she's achieved before. This is a magnificent mare, the Queen of Cheltenham.
Yeah, she really is, and she jumps beautifully as well. She really does. She's really economical, and she fights like a terrier when she has to. Runner up. I mean, what a bold effort. Early mistake, but other than that, 2 out. She pinged Cyrene Danet and has gone for it, only to be mown down the last 75 yards.
Yeah, Cyrene Danet, it's magnificent that the French have sent her over, and Emmanuel Clear has had the chutzpah to come over and think they could have a go at Quevega.
Do we think the French sort of ordered the horse over here, you know, as a nation? You go over there and beat Quevega if you can.
Allez! But she couldn't. She tried her best, but she couldn't. Instead, Quevega has won 5 times successively at the Cheltenham Festival. This race is her own. They'll probably name it after her in a while. They should do as well, because she is simply magnificent.